Have a little drive around. Just driving around, having a look, seeing who's about. Oh, there's a speedboat. Look at that. There's a watercraft chained to a lamppost. There you go. All the grass is still dead. All yellow. There's a lady with a shopping trolley dragging that down the shops. Put some tins of beans in it, drag it back home. That's her day done. There's a big pile of soil. Where does that come from? There's no hole. There's no hole, but there's a big pile of soil. Where's that come from? There's a knackered old minibus. See, Harry and Meghan are coming back to England. I don't care. So I'm not talking about that. I don't care. He's got some good creases on his, I don't know if they were jeans. I think they were jeans, and he had a lovely crease. Lovely crease on the back of him, I assume on the front as well. Beautiful crease in his jeans. Crisp and sharp. Only way to wear denim. A sharp crease. Oh, she's having a little peek. She's got a giant house. In fact, it's a lodge. It's called the lodge. And she's got a giant wall to keep the riffraff out. But she's just had a little peek to see what riffraff are out here. There's plenty of riffraff. She probably just has a little peek a few times a day, 4 or 5 times a day. Who's out here the other side of my big wall? Nobody. Now today's a Friday, so there's traffic everywhere. I don't know why. Why is that? How come every Friday there's traffic everywhere? Where have they been? Where are they going? Why are they all driving around in the middle of the day on a Friday? There was a solar eclipse, I think it was last week, and they sent out a message on the morning of it saying, "Oh, conserve energy. Don't boil your kettles or anything. Make sure you don't waste electricity because there's going to be a drop in the supply because all the solar isn't going to be working because the sun's gone for 2 minutes." Doesn't the sun go down every day? What about night time? We're allowed to use electric then. Plus, this summer has been extremely sunny, but usually the sun's behind a big cloud anyway, all the time. and yet the sunniest summer we've ever had, as soon as the sun goes behind the moon for 2 minutes, we've all got to turn the lights off and light a candle and don't boil a kettle. I think they reversed it just before the eclipse. They're like, oh, it's all right, we've found some more electric, it'll be all right. I don't believe a word of it. Roxy's. What is Roxy doing in her pink van? Painting and decorating. And there she is, sat in the front with her pink Crocs on. Likes a bit of pink. Probably thing about Roxy is she's only got pink paint. So she'll do your house from top to bottom in pink. Shocking pink. Come on, little Fiat. Come on through. Oh, he's let me through. I'm coming. Watch out. Thank you. Coffee and chat. What's that? Coffee and chat. Why are they trying to coax you in there? What's that all about? Oh, it's a church. They coax you in with a coffee and a chat, and before you know it, you've got to be in the Jesus Club. There's no turning back because you've had a free coffee. But nobody's joining the Jesus Club. But the Islamic, it's not a mosque, there's an Islamic centre, and that's going from strength to strength. I don't know what they're offering in there. Must be free something. She's got a confident stride. She knows where she's going. I don't know where she's going, but she does. I'll let them across. There you go. You're welcome. And that had the knock-on effect of the other guy on the other side letting them across again. Good deeds have knock-on effects. Makes everyone feel good. And all they were doing was crossing the road. It just made it go a little easier for them. They don't have to think too much. I've clearly stopped. I've given a little finger wag. Not a judging one, like you've done something wrong. I did a left finger on the left, swept it over to the right to gesture that they can cross that road in front of me, and I'm not going to kill them. It's not a trap. They've got to trust me. They've got to trust the finger wag. Probably look at my face, think, yeah, I trust him. He's not going to flatten me. It's not a trap. I'm not going to run him. He's not going to run us over as soon as we step out. There must be some people, I bet you they wave people across the road all the time and people never do it. They're like, no, I'm just going to stay on this curb and wait for another opening. And they probably don't know why that keeps happening, but those people crossing must look at that guy and think, well, if we step out, he's going to run us over. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at the expression on his head. He's a psychopath. I'm not risking it. And maybe he is a psychopath. Maybe he doesn't know he's a psychopath. You can usually tell. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but you can usually tell. If you look at someone's face, you can usually tell. Usually tell what they're like. You can tell what their thoughts are just by looking at their face. And I've got a trusting face, obviously, because they crossed the road, no problem. Didn't think twice. Pink hair. Shocking pink. What's her name done that? Roxy. Roxy's. She does hair as well as walls. Well, they've gone for it. They didn't even look. What's he got in there? I let him across, he's got a stick. There you go, there's the finger wag. Oh, and he's took advantage. That one coming from the right took advantage. I didn't want him to go. See, there's nothing I could do though. I couldn't stop him. Right, she can go. I'm going to let as many people across as I can. If anyone looks like it, even if they don't want to go, I might usher people across that don't even want to cross the road. And then they'll have to cross back again. Anyone? Any takers? Any road crossers in town today? There's one behind the bus. Come on. She's tentative. Now look at that guy on the right with the bald head and the waistcoat. He's having a good chat about something. Outside the vape shop. Why is there so many vape shops? Money laundering, obviously. But we used to have cigarettes, and there weren't hundreds of tobacconists. There might be one specialist tobacco shop and that's it. But because you can buy cigarettes everywhere, you didn't need them. But you can buy vapes everywhere. They're in every shop anyway. So why do you need a load of extra ones? The answer is you don't, because there's no one in there. It's people are selling drugs and then money laundering, allegedly. Right, I'm letting these across. Go on. He's very grateful. You're welcome. You as well. Any thanks? Yep, thank you. You're welcome. Get on the crossing, you maniacs. Right, you can come out, go on. See, those two are trying to cross the road. 10 foot from a crossing, causing all sorts of bloody chaos. They're contemplating a bit of wakaka. She's not sure. Hand on hip, not sure about it. He's going for it. That's it. It's lunchtime, let's have some. Checking the menu. They might be out in a minute. He had a Ferrari no, was it Ferrari or Porsche T-shirt? Either way, because he was wearing that T-shirt, he runs across the road. He's feeling sporty and quick. Doesn't need to wait for my say so, he's going. And in his head he's probably going. Now essentially I'm talking to myself, but I feel like I'm talking to someone else even though no one else is here. And if anyone looks at me talking, they'll think I'm just on the hands-free, on the phone to someone. But I'm essentially talking to myself, and I don't mind that. I don't mind if nobody watches. If nobody watches this video, then I'm talking to myself right now. When I'm filming this, I'm talking to myself. Is that mad? Who's to say what mad is these days? Not me, I'm not to say that. It's not up for me to be figuring out what mad is and what mad isn't, because I don't know anymore. You're probably not allowed to say mad. I don't know what the correct term is, but and I don't know where the threshold is. I don't know when you've slipped over, because I'm aware of what I'm doing here. I know I'm talking to myself, but it's not quite. I don't think I'd be talking to myself if I wasn't filming this, but maybe I would. Sometimes I do. Do you ever just find yourself talking to yourself? And then you catch yourself and you're like, oh, caught myself, I'm not mad. I'm aware that I was talking to myself there. And I'm not answering myself, I'm just talking. I'm not asking questions and then well, sometimes I am, but does this make any sense? What has this video become? Should I be allowed to be behind the wheel? But as I say, I'm aware that I'm talking to myself. But there must be a point when you just don't know anymore. You don't realise you're talking to yourself. You're shouting at things in the street. That's when someone else has got to tell you, you've gone bonkers, mate. But it's probably too late then. You don't know what they're on about. What's this little buggy? So many cars, so many vehicles on a Friday. Where's everyone going? Just because it's Friday, everything's blocked. Oh, he's a bit close to the curb. Don't want to trust the big bus coming past you. Clat you around the head with his wing mirror. Squirrel! Busy at the moment, the squirrels. Gotta get them nuts. I don't know how this summer has affected them, but I've got to get some nuts and hide them quick. What is this thing? Bentley. Shiny silver Bentley. Yeah, he's flying, he's not going slow, he's doing 60. Ooh. Where's he going? He's going to take off on that bridge, go too fast. Yep. I've got less to say in the countryside. There's nothing going on. There's nothing walking in front of me to make me think of something. But it's nicer, it looks nicer. There's nothing going on and there's nobody about. Let's go right here. Maybe get inspired by this crappy little road. This is the kind of road that you see on them videos where Americans can't believe it. That it's the speed limit's 60 miles an hour. It's a single track. Can't see around the bends because of the big hedges. Next thing round the corner might be a combine harvester or a tractor. Or a horse. Oh, look at that squirrel on the rock. Hello. Or there might be a horse. Man on a horse. Woman on a horse. More likely to be a woman. You see more women riding a horse than you see men. Why is that? If I see a horse trotting down this road, I guarantee it'll be a woman on it. Not a man. Now, why is that? Why do women like riding horses more than men do? Because in the old days it was cowboys and women weren't allowed on horses. Now it's the other way around. Another big wall to keep the riffraff out. Big house behind there. It's a nice bridge. Careful. I've met 0 oncoming traffic, so we haven't had any face-offs where you meet them and then you both got to remember who passed a bit of a lay-by back there or a gate, a field opening. Who's going to give in and reverse all the way back? Who's the most confident that they can reverse a vehicle without ending up in the hedge? I don't want to sound sexist, but this is a scientific fact. A lot of women cannot reverse their brains to reverse a vehicle. You can see them start to reverse and they go into the hedge. So they come forward again, they start to reverse again, and they go into the hedge again, same side. That's not all women, but as I've said with the horses, it's a fact you're going to see more women riding a horse, and it's a fact you're going to see more women reversing into a hedge. Alright, I've pulled over, come on through. No reverse needed. Stopped right next to her house driveway. She came through and was saved from me proving my point. Although she looked pretty confident, she looked pretty competent, I think she'd have reversed all the way up here, no problem. Two men chatting, one man asserting his dominance there, he's took the higher ground. Whatever that bloke at the bottom says, oh, this squirrel's panicking, or whatever the bloke on the lower ground says, he's not going to have a stronger position in whatever he says. He's not going to win any discussion there, because that older man, he probably doesn't even live there. He's just jumped up on there to take the higher ground so that he can win an argument. He's probably losing the argument, so he jumped up on the wall, and that was it, game over for the other guy. Drive through this brook, and then we'll go up here. Right, I'm going to end it there. Nice little video about absolutely nothing. I don't know what the hell I've been talking about, and I don't know what I'll call it. I'll have to troll through, see some of this crap I've been talking, and call it after that. Title it after that. But let me know. Put in the comments if you enjoyed this. I don't even know what this is. Just driving around and talking, whatever pops in my head. Right, that's it, the end.